there friends, Pixie Doodle here, and today I'm going to be doing a time-lapse video of LiLi Stormsnout for you guys. Now, she is for the Challenge of the Month contest of May 2017, done by DrawwithJazza, and as you guys know, if you have watched my previous video, this is time for you guys to be voting for either LiLi or Brightwing. Today, LiLi's being put up, but next week, the 19th, that is when Brightwing's video will be going up. So if it's out and you guys haven't seen it, please go watch it, and then please comment down below either this video, Brightwing's video, or the video where I first originally mentioned the voting, and tell me which one that you guys preferred. Without any further ado, here is the time lapse for LiLi Stormsnout to the theme of Level Capped or Level 99. So, jumping right in, I would like to first talk about the references and stuff like that, and then get into more about the competition, and then more about the artwork. So, I found a whole bunch of reference photos for this, and it was not easy. I had to find a bunch of LiLi herself, and most of the ones I found were either from the game World of Warcraft or Heroes of the Storm, which is to be expected because that's where you can find her. And then I had to find photos of her possibly being older or an older Pandaren, and I also had to find like other outfits for her, and I also had to find a pose. And it took me a while to find a decent pose because all the ones didn't look the way I wanted it to. And that's where I got the pose here. And what you saw me doing with the black permanent marker was, after drawing the sketch of the pose, there was just too many lines, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to erase them all, and it was just going to be in the way. So I decided to use a black Sharpie and trace it onto another piece of paper. And yes, I did just draw her staff upside down. So, again, back to the reference photos. So, all the ones I found of her being young, there were just so many of them, and there was a whole bunch of different cool outfits, and I wanted to find a really cool way to level her up. So I found, like I said, an older picture of her, which was very skimpily dressed and didn't have her tail. So I had to remember to add her tail. And that's why sometimes you see me changing the top of the outfit, because it was based off of a skimpy outfit for a Pandaren. But, yeah. So when I first heard of the level cap or level 99 challenge that DrawwithJazza did, I immediately thought of doing LiLi. Now, you know that I'm having you guys vote for LiLi or Brightwing, but the reason why I immediately thought LiLi is because I thought she's a child, she would be perfect to level up, allow her to grow up and just change and evolve, and I thought it would be very interesting to do. And then, of course, I thought, Brightwing is also one of my favorite characters. It would be really cool to see what I can do with her. So this is actually the final piece that I'm tracing here. It's got a lot more details, and I do change more of the details on it. So now she's got shoulder pads, and instead of having just wraps on her arms and legs, I add armor and stuff. So just to add a little bit more leveled upness. Now, she is a healer, so she doesn't wear like a lot of medals and stuff, so she's pretty clothy in the terms of armor. So I figured there wasn't much to do. Oh yeah, I forgot my camera fell. Camera issues. So I had to do whatever I could to make her look a little more leveled up. Like, now she has swords with her staff, and she's got little shoulder pads, and she's got arm guards, and she's got leg guards, and her outfit is different than her when she was younger. It's a lot more flowing and allows her to move more. And yeah, I had to add shorts because if I had cut off the robe at that point, it just would have been too short. I also worried that I made her too thin because she's a Pandaren. They're supposed to be fat, and it kind of looks funky trying to make a fat person sideways or curved like that. So, yeah. I feel very bad about the art supplies that I used in this video, but truth be told, Other than those brush markers, I really don't have anything besides Sharpies and highlighters and tattoo markers and anything you can think of. So in between when you shot sideways and now, I've actually did a little bit of darker blue on the shirt and shorts as like kind of like a one-piece blue thing under her pink robe. And you can't see it very well, but I still liked the little bit effect that it gave. A couple problems I had with coloring her is I didn't want her to be solid black because she's a black and white Pandaren instead of like red or brown. So what I did is I tried to use blue and use the blue around the black just to give it kind of a little shine, so you know it was her fur. And when it came to the claws, I had the issue that I didn't want them blending into her fingers and toes. Also, her hair, I just made blue with a lot of black accents to make it right. The belt was the worst. I could not get the color I wanted at all. Same with the staff. And it was just a pain. Another thing, those crayons. You can't mix them because the paper was so smooth that I couldn't mix the colors properly. It was really a lot of work. And I was using a canned hairspray to dust off the crayon chunks so I wouldn't smudge it. So here after I'm done coloring her, I decide to outline her in black so she won't mix with the background that I planned for her. But in the end, I just decided to instead go around and highlight her in a purple, which, considering I now see her mask, I now think it was a bad idea. But yeah, so I used a lot of highlighter to make some of the crayon look a little more gold and brassy rather than trying to mix the crayon colors together because it just wasn't working. Also, I originally used just a blue colored pencil on the lines of the wraps and her legs, but it just wasn't noticeable enough, so I took a very light blue marker and did the outlines and then just colored everything in with a blue colored pencil. Now, the background that you see is actually inspired by the Nexus from Heroes of the Storm. And I thought, because it's blue and light purple, I thought that I would be able to do it. Originally, I wanted it to be light purple and dark purple, but by the time I was done with LiLi's outline, my purple marker had just about had it. So all I was really able to do was to go back over the pink with the purple. And yeah, this is the final result. So I hope you guys enjoy my level 99 LiLi Stormsnout. So I think it turned out pretty well. I am pretty satisfied with this. Couple of things I would change is art supplies, definitely. But I had a lot of fun drawing this, guys, and I hope you enjoyed watching me draw it and create it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will hope you all watch my next video. Okay, bye.